2,785 square miles, 20 cities, 83 unincorporated areas. Yes, that is LA County's 5th district. And today I am delighted to be joined by the supervisor of said district, Catherine Barger. So nice to have you here.
It's a real pleasure to be here.
That is an enormous geographical span.
If you really look at the county, we are basically the mayor and the city council for the unincorporated areas. All my cities have elected representatives. The cities vote for us to get into office, but we collaborate with the cities. The great thing about the county is we are very nimble. Our budget process takes place and actually is very amicable as it relates to the CEO presents the budget based on what each department submits in terms of their needs. And then we deliberate, we have public hearings to let people come in and talk to us about what their concerns are. And that usually centers around parks, hours, pools, quality of life issues in their community and how they want to see the true discretionary funds allocated. I allocated $2.3 million for the 5th district in my discretionary funds, or our discretionary funds,
Correct.
They're not mine.
Right.
And that is for teams that are going to go out and do outreach. And there are both hosts, which is law enforcement focused, but also with LAHSA outreach workers that connect with services and housing. And I felt it was important. We're going to have 5 teams. One's going to be roaming throughout the entire 5th district, and others are going to be specific to the Antelope Valley, San Gabriel Valley, San Fernando Valley, as well as Santa Clarita.
Another crisis, unfortunately, happening with, the populace in general, fentanyl. And I know that that is another issue that you are extremely cognizant of. And how can you, as a supervisor, combat that?
I got an education from a father, a grieving father who lost his son. And I said overdose, and he said, it's not an overdose, it's a poisoning. And he was absolutely right. And so what are we doing in the county? We're providing Narcan to all school districts and making that available and training the schools on how to administer that. We're also making it available at our libraries, and for those that don't know what Narcan is, that will affect those that are overdosing and actually save their lives.
Another issue that you're very concerned about are veterans and the rate of suicide. What can be done to help these people who have, served our country?
They come back and they face a lot of obstacles, and many of them are committing suicide. So we put together the first of its kind suicide prevention program here in the county.
There's been some good foundational things put in place with this particular board that will last for a long time.
I think that one of the exciting things is looking at really what we can do. The glass ceiling has been cracked, and we are now making sure that with that we're opening it up and making it so that women are on par with the men that are getting paid in the county. So we've made advances on really providing more opportunities for women and girls. We're also looking at diversion. So we're doing a lot of amazing things in the county, many of which people don't realize, but at the same time, it impacts their quality of life.